We start here on the Korean peninsula, where North Korea has detonated segments of the inter-Korean roads on its side of the border. For details on this latest development, I have our defense correspondent Kim Bo-kyoung standing by live on the line. Bo-kyoung, when did the detonation take place?
Hi, Sunny. The regime blew up roads on the northern side of the Gyeongui and Donghae railway lines that connect the two Koreas. The Gyeongui Line roads were detonated at 11:59 a.m. and the Donghae roads at 12:01 p.m. The Koreas were connected by roads and railways along the Gyeongui Line that connects South Korea's Seoul and North Pyongyang, while the Donghae Line connected the two Koreas through the eastern coastline. After blowing up the roads, the regime is said to be using heavy equipment to remove the broken pieces. The explosion itself is not surprising, as North Korea had already announced such a plan last week. In a message carried by the Korean Central News Agency, the General Staff of the North Korean People's Army said last Wednesday that a project will be launched that day to completely cut off roads and railways connected to South Korea. According to the sources from JCS, ever since that statement, hundreds of personnel with shovels and pickaxes have been working to plant explosives and then cover them with dirt.
Right. Bo-kyoung, what has been the response from authorities here in South Korea then?
Well, firstly, the JCS said there has been no damage to South Korean forces because preparations had already been made to stay well clear. Yet the JCS stated that this is a clear violation of the armistice agreement. And as the explosion site was only 10 meters north of the MDL, it caused debris to fall south of the line, and the South Korean military reportedly returned fire to give a warning message to deter any further action. Several rounds were fired from K4 high-speed automatic grenade launchers and K6 heavy machine guns, aiming at the ground within South Korean territory, the south of the MDL, to avoid escalation. North Korea did not respond. Regarding the purpose of North Korea's move, JCS said it is in line with wiping out traces of unification after its leader Kim Jong-un defined the Koreas as two hostile states last year. It had already been taking steps to make two Koreas, and a JCS official added that the regime was aiming for some sort of dramatic effect. Now, the Unification Ministry, too, released its own statement calling it an abnormal action and adding that today's demolition of the inter-Korean roads is a clear violation of inter-Korean agreements and is repeating the action it had done 4 years ago. Take a listen.
This act is reminiscent of North Korea's abrupt destruction of the Inter-Korean Liaison Office 4 years ago that had been operating for over 1 year following joint agreements.
The ministry added that North Korea is still obliged to repay the loans used to build these roads, as the regime had been given funding worth over $132 million at the North's request. This is all I have for now. Back to you, Sunny.
Right, that was our Kim Bo-kyoung reporting live from the Defense Ministry.